Hello, everyone. My name is Anand Chingran. I'm going to walk you through how you build small, medium, or large graphs in StepZen and how you do it with exactly the same skills, irrespective of the size of the graph that you're building. So let's get started. Imagine that you're building a website uh, that supports data that is somewhat static, like the customer data, or it might be dynamic, like weather data, or it may be partially static, like delivery, which is partially static in the beginning and then dynamic near the end of the delivery thing. And let's say that you want to actually be able to fetch the weather associated with the customer. In this case, the customer happens to be in Florida, where it is 80 degrees Fahrenheit right now. Now, what's the backend that will actually support this? This is the backend that we have built in StepZen in order to support websites such as the one that you just saw. Now let's go and issue this query, and you see that this query ran and came back with information about the customer, information about the delivery and the weather, all the things that you needed for painting that screen that you just saw. But it actually went against a customer subsystem, an order subsystem, twice against UPS, and once against weather. And look at the power that it has for the front end person to basically ask for the bits that she wants and for those bits to be delivered. So how do we actually make this happen in StepZen? That the in StepZen, the way you do it is you are actually assembling a set of subgraphs and then bringing them together. So the customer data might actually be coming from Airtable, and in this case, there is an issue of a REST call against Airtable, and you can either construct this through very simple constructs, or you can have us point us to Airtable, and we can introspect it and understand what's really going on. The order information is coming against MySQL, and in this case, it uses this add DB query call to go against it. The developer in this pointed us to a MySQL system. We found a lot of stuff, and the developer said, "No, I'm not interested in this. Not interested in this. I'm only interested in the order information." So you can either build it out very simply, or you can have us introspect and generate it. The weather information comes from Open Weather Map. Again, very similar. It's really a REST call and a set of transformations that happen on the way out. Now, weather takes lat and long, the way we have constructed this, and returns the current temperature. But how did I show the weather of a customer? Because customer's lat and long is not part of customer information. And that is where this kind of building of the graph comes into being. What you are doing is you are taking the city information of the customer, and then you are geocoding it and then feeding it into lat long. So we have added a new field called weather in customer that returns weather report. We say the way to kind of generate that piece of data is to issue a query of weather by city by taking the city. But in order to actually execute it, you first geocode it and then call weather by lat long. So that's all there is to it in StepZen in forming graphs. You take the data from one subsystem, you potentially take it through a series of transformations, and then you feed it into the query or mutation of other subsystem, and out comes some data that then becomes part of your overall graph. Okay, now let's do the same thing, but let's do it in kind of a federated way where we are actually building a graph of graphs. So I have built out something which is now running on a different endpoint called API/federation, whereas that one was running on a different endpoint. And as you can see, it's exactly the same sets of information. I've just added some different terms here to kind of let you know that this is a different endpoint than before. But to prevent my fat fingering, I'm just going to do some very simple query here. And as you can see that, let's do the customer and name, and let's get the weather associated with this particular customer. And there you have it. This particular query ran in this federated layer, in this layer that kind of combines and builds a graph of graphs, and it went against the customer subgraph, and it went against the geo subgraph and fetched those two information. The geo subgraph looks like this. It has only those things that the geo subteam has actually produced. They are identical to what they were in the when somebody was building their own full graph, except that now we have just kind of picked the types and queries that are relevant for geo, and then the customer subgraph is exactly the same as it was before, but it doesn't have kind of geo sub elements to it. and both of them are really exposed as GraphQL endpoints. And what this federation layer does, it then goes and issues queries against those GraphQL endpoints. Okay, so what's the difference in the code between when you have one central graph and when you have a graph of graphs? There's almost no difference except for one small piece of code that is automatically done for you, which is that we go and introspect the two backends and we create proxies associated with those two backends. So in this case, we have gone and looked at the geo backend that I just showed you that has a GraphQL interface, and we went and introspected it, and we created a proxy called weather by lat long. You can give it a different name called proxy underscore weather by lat long. It's entirely up to you. And all it does is it issues a GraphQL call against that endpoint that contains that subgraph. And now you can actually mix and match everything else in this particular layer. So for example, if you look at how customer got connected with weather, it's exactly the same as before, except in this case, we are actually calling the proxies, and the proxies end up calling the backend. So the connections, the interconnections, etc., are all the same. There are no new skills for learn. You decide what size of the subgraph you want to build, and whether you want to operate as team of teams or as one team. So if you like what you saw, we hope you give us a try. Go sign up on stepzen.com. Start building. Bring your own data, mix and match with SaaS APIs that we have pre-configured for you. Build small graphs, build medium graphs, build large graphs, and let us know how it goes. Thank you very much.